guys, it's MazeMan112 and I'm bringing you guys another Call of Duty commentary. This time I am playing on the map Standoff. I'm playing some Hardpoint, and once again guys, it is League Play. And League Play, like I've said before, has completely rejuvenated my passion, my love for Call of Duty. And my whole point is, it's not just the the game itself, it's that competitive side. Everybody that's in League Play wants to win. And that's something that I think a lot of people kind of take for granted. If you're playing in a regular public lobby, there's not everybody out there that wants to win. There's a lot of people who only care about their KD. That's what matters to them. They are the people who will never be capturing, a B dom flag with you, and very rarely do they even capture an A or a C. And these are the people who drive me crazy. And now I will say, now that you are awarded points for helping out the team and being that team player, being that objective player, it does help out a little bit. But you still find people who are trying to get those kill feeds, or they're just trying to get that KD as high as possible. And there's nothing better to do that than playing an objective-based game where nobody is, looking for that guy in the back corner in the window. But in those lobbies, you really have two types of players. You had the people who are just trying to have fun. The people who really don't care too much. I know this is a crazy, idea for a lot of you guys, but these guys don't play Call of Duty every day. They don't play it every couple days. And, from our viewpoint, that's ludicrous. How can you do that? How can you go? I mean, I dream about Call of Duty. And you have the people who, the camp that I sit in is the Trihards. And now, I don't know where along the lines being a tryhard became an insult. To me, someone who continuously puts out their best effort and is giving their 110% is not always a tryhard. I mean, it's just someone who's, a hard worker, I guess. But I could be biased on that situation. And that's where I think the competitive nature kind of comes over, where I want to be the best at whatever I do. I don't care if it's seeing who can burp loudest in class or something like that, or, who can catch the biggest fish. I want to be the best at everything I do. And I think a lot of people are the same way. It's just the question is whether or not you're willing to put in the time, the effort to get that achieved. But what I wanted to go ahead and really talk about today with the competitive side of things is choking, the art of choking. Now, we all know that person who just cannot handle the stress. They cannot handle certain situations. They seem to completely, wilter at any sign of stress. And a lot of people say, well, that's where legends are made and heroes are born. And, I guess, that's where certain people tend to rise up in that situation. Now, from the athletic side of things, you can see people who are the best player out on the court, the field, the pitch. They're the best player out there. And when it comes to certain clutch situations, you might as well bring in a sub because they're just mentally not there. And the big question is there the mental aspect behind being a choke artist, so to speak, not being clutch? And it really had me thinking. And I was watching this stream by Optic Nadeshot. Now, if you guys don't know who Optic Nadeshot is, he is part of the Optic competitive gaming side. He's in the MLG. I think he was actually one of the first players to get a big sponsorship with Red Bull. But anyways, I was watching his stream. It's pretty interesting, and they have the Optic house now, so it's all the guys from Optic in the same room. And he's playing some League Play, and Optic's company's right behind him. He's one kill away from a VTOL. In this match, it's a pretty close match. This VTOL would have a tremendous advantage for them and really give them the chance to get the win. So he's one away, and he's already calling that he's going to choke this. He already is calling that choke shot, I think is what he was calling himself, or something along those lines. He knew what was going to happen, and, I've always said that before you can do great things, you need to first imagine them. Because if you can't see it in your brain, or when you close your eyes, you can't see it, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in real life as well. He chokes it. He winds up losing a gunfight that he really shouldn't have lost. You have, Scumpy over his shoulder, kind of laughing, kind of pointing at him. And my question is this. We all know that Optic Nadeshot is, a world-class Call of Duty player. He's aware of the situations. But my question is there a way to be two in the moment? Now, if you guys talk to a lot of those guys who are professional athletes and they're talking about being, in the zone, so to speak, they always have one thing in common, that they really zone out almost. They're not paying attention to what exactly is going on. They're just going through the motions, letting their muscle memory take over and do what needs to be done. And when you talk to people who kind of choke, they always kind of have one thing as well. They're completely aware of the situation. So I'm wondering if this is a subconscious switch that a lot of these clutch players have, where they just, instead of worrying about, if I don't get this last kill, we're going to lose this round or lose this match. If I don't stop this shot, we're screwed. Instead of thinking about that, they're thinking of, guys here, I should be here, my arm needs to be here. They're just going through the techniques of all the hours of drills that they've used. And whether or not this is the case, that it's completely this mental two in the moment. Are you overanalyzing something to the point that it's no longer an advantage? Now, you can say, for a test, so to speak, can you be too studied up on your test? Can you be to the point where you know so much material that it's hard to pick out the couple questions that you are going to be asked? Now, a lot of people will go ahead and say you can't be too studied for a test, but there's lots of times where you know the answer, but because you have studied certain other areas, you can kind of rationally think yourself completely out of the answer and, completely fuck yourself even when you knew the material, like your front and the back of your hand. That stuff can't happen. But I really just want to know your guys' feelings on it. I want to know if you guys feel like you can overanalyze a situation, or if choking is a case of someone being too much in the moment. Make sure you guys leave it in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. I will be sending this to you as well. Spotlight, bitches. Make sure you guys go ahead and check it out. It's my announcement of who made the finals for the Battle of the Commentators. It got crazy. That's all I can say. It got absolutely crazy. The Sins channel